54-53-50. Oh, phone on. What up, man? Now we gonna talk that real shit. Real shit. They gonna
podcast. I'm your host, JONETH PIPTNE. Of course, the Chicago Bears lose yet again. Second straight loss this time to the Minnesota Vikings. This is now two official games that the Bears could have won. But, I expect it to happen when your team is mediocre and at the end of the game, they give up 17 plays with 75 yards for a touchdown at the end of the game, gave up 7 minutes in the game. Allowed the Vikings to convert 5 third downs. It was just a horrible mix. It was really just a mixed bag of what happened. Of course, we all know what happened in the first half. Minnesota put up 21 points and to the Bears 3, and then the Bears scored a touchdown towards the end, which made it go into the halftime 21-10. Then the second half hits. The Vikings get a little conservative, and then the Bears start coming back and start basically kicking their ass. Bears fans will find a way to blame Justin Fields on this. I don't know now. It's not all Justin Fields. It was game planning yesterday. It was game planning and lack of execution. Sports Talk, Michael. So that's really what the hell was going on with that. It was just, which I appreciate that you on this early. Appreciate it, bro. It throws me off to see exactly what happened. Now, of course, we're gonna start off by talking about the good. Towards the end of the first quarter, all the way through the entire second half, Justin Fields looked at exactly what we wanted him to look like. He looked at a little bit like he did last year in the middle of the season when they was going against the Ravens, the Steelers. This is the Justin Fields that we want. Justin Fields that they're looking down the field, that's threading the needle, take off and run when he has to, doing everything the smart way. Not looking at the rush, keeping his eyes down the field to look for the available man down the field. Now, of course, we don't have as good as receivers this year as we had last year, but it is what it is indeed. Another good thing, the return of David Montgomery making a few plays. I thought they got like 4 catches for 65 yards, but he was held to 11 carries for 19 yards. The Bears was held to 78 yards. That's the bad. The Bears weren't able to sustain the run game, which is one of the main things that helped the Bears all season long. They had their first bad game in terms of running the football. And how many times will teams continue to try to do that all season, basically, and see if the Bears can actually stop them. What's going on, YTC? It's good to see you in the morning too. I'm about to say it seems like this the only time I actually be up is during the morning time, because I see that when y'all be up late at night, my ass be sleep. But I appreciate y'all tuning in and watching this morning. Basically, man, the bad was just simple. Lack of execution in the first half. Y'all know what the game plan is. The Vikings gonna try to get the ball to Justin Jefferson. Why is it that I've seen so many goddamn times, that players is 5-6 yards away from him? That shit is goofy. How is it that the game plan? It take all the way to the second half before y'all finally. Why always have to take into the second half before your players adapt? Why it can't take the next series for them to adapt and do what they have to do? That's what I don't get. Like that's kind of stupid to me. The ugly, I already mentioned in the beginning. The ugly is the simple fact that they got shredded. The Bears defense got shat on in the last 7 minutes. The last 9 minutes, basically, The Bears got shot on that last drive. 15 plays, 75 yards. Y'all, the Bears driving down the field, and of course, the former Viking who should have got out of bounds. I don't think it was a selfish play. If he makes that cut and he don't and he able to break free, he probably runs it in for a touchdown. But you always go out of bounds. You got a minute and some change left. Your team driving down the field. You do exactly what the fuck you're supposed to do. Now, let's see. Did you hear Sam Mustipher threaten to leak stuff on Ryan Poles if the Bears cut him? Now the thing is, if Sam Mustipher do some dumb shit like that, do he really think anybody else will resign him after that? You telling me that now, we release you, you don't leak shit. His ass will be fired. If that's true, his ass will be fired. On top of that, I make sure his ass get blackballed to know that his ass wouldn't even be able to get signed by the goddamn high school team as a goddamn kicking coach. Like that nigga won't even be able to do nothing. Like that shit's stupid. That don't make no sense. You can't play. Yeah, he is a 5th round pick. I know he's an undrafted free agent. But you can't play. You trash at that level. If it was college, he'd probably do well. Any other league, he possibly would do well. But he's not that good. Sorry. He'll be cut. If that's true, he deserves to be cut immediately, along with Dante Pettis, who dropped passes after passes after passes. It's like the 3rd straight week I haven't seen him drop passes. So you're welcome. By the way, we gave your entire division a blueprint on how to beat the Packers. Yeah, but you also need not only just that, you need somebody, you need the players to be able to do it. And not only that, you need execution to be able to do something like that. So you can have the blueprint all goddamn day. If you ain't got the foundation, that blueprint don't mean shit. Understand that. And he said, goes to show that Ryan Poles has no control on his team. He is a general manager. Okay? The man is a general manager. He only can control so much. How can he control that? Firing him. That's the head coach's job when it comes down to something like that. Not the GM. That's the head coach's job to control the players and to manage the players. Just like in baseball, the manager is the managing the player. That's really what a head coach is. A manager. That's the head coach job. On top of that, he needs to get his head out of his ass. And if like I said, if that's true, that man will have his pink slip immediately. If he's easily threatened by a player threatening to leak shit. Yeah, true. If that's the case, but he'll be fired to me. I wouldn't care. I'd just be like, all right, bye, bitch. Yeah, basically, that's what it needs to be. Bye. You gone. Bears could have easily won if they managed the game better at the end. Managed to play defense in the second half. Yeah. Well, matter of fact, they played defense the entire second half. They gave up 7 points in the second half. It's the simple fact that the last drive they gave up 15 plays. They allowed 15 plays, 75 yards, and they allowed 5 third down conversions. That's what happened. But some people can look at it as a moral victory. I don't. There is no moral victories. Either your ass win or you lose. The Bears gave up their first touchdown in the second half all season long for the first time this season. So that's the only thing that someone could possibly say. I'm cursing out Sam Mustipher on Twitter until he blocks me. Damn, of course you is, Mike. Y'all had your best offensive performance this year, even though Minnesota defense is ass. Hey, man, it is what it is. To me, none of that matters. None of that matters. The Bears lost when it come down to it. When you have a good offensive output, the defense has to find a way to start the game off better. The offense has to start the game off better. How they played in the second half, they have to be able to do that in 4 quarters. We have to see that in 4 quarters. That Bears defense can't be playing like that for 1.5 quarters. They have to play like that all four. The offense can't play like that for 2 quarters and what 6 minutes of the game. They have to play like that for 4 quarters. That's the difference in a team winning the game. That's the reason why Minnesota's 4-1, regardless of their defense being ass. They still play 4 quarters. They find a way to get it done, plain and simple. What happened? I just tuned in, Mike. Oh man, Mike, man, we just talking about Bears football and how basically how they just fucking up. Yeah, we had a best offensive output in terms of passing the football, but I've been listening to a lot of Bear fans, reading a lot of comics on YouTube. A lot of them, oh, I'm proud of my Bears team. They lost. Why are you so proud? They lost. Make a comment that makes sense. Say I'm happy that Justin Fields performed better in the second half, but I hope he can do that a whole goddamn game next time. Not I'm proud of my Bears team. They hung in there. What the fuck? That's that's the motherfucking Detroit Lions talk right there. I'm happy that we hung in there. That don't make no goddamn sense. None. The Bears were up 22-21, and Kirk tried to throw the game away with a pick. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's one thing that did happen, but didn't they still was able to drive the ball down the field and score. On top of that, of course, the Bears did have a go-ahead touchdown, but that was taken away due to the fact of a weak ass holding call. First, they said block in the back, and then it was a holding call. But then neither one of them. I looked at the film. It wasn't. It was neither. Oh, that was fuck shit. But it is what it is. And having a good run game with Montgomery and Herbert should have helped you run the ball further and control the clock, being up 22-21. They've been stopping it. They stopped the run that game. That was the first game all season the Bears was held under 100 yards. The Bears was held to 78 yards rushing that game, so they couldn't stop it. They couldn't get going. Every time Montgomery was in the game, Vikings they was already locked in. Stop Montgomery. When Herbert is in the game, there's a 50-50 chance they're gonna run the ball. They try to peel their ears back and get to the pass when they see Herbert out there because they know he can't pass block. But we see Montgomery out there, you already know. With the coach. Hey man. They proud because we used to losing. This was an impressive loss to some. I swear. I swear to God, that's how it was. Oh, Mike, let me show you what Sports Chicago Michael I put earlier. Let me go back so then you can see this. This is what he put. Did you hear that Sam Mustipher threatened to leak stuff on Ryan Poles if the Bears was to cut him? What type of whole cake shit is that? That's the shit that's going on. That's what's going on in Bears country right now. And that's what definitely got me like, what? Are you kidding me? Seriously. That's what's happening right now. But I have faith in y'all gonna beat Washington on Thursday Night Football home since Washington defense hasn't been the same since last year and Carson Wentz inconsistent. Yeah, I hope that's true. I hope that's true. I'm happy Fields played good. It just proves that he needs to be surrounded back with talent. Yeah, it proves that he has enough talent to do some things, but he still has to improve on getting the ball out a little bit quicker because he's still holding the ball too damn long from what I see. And I didn't even get a chance to even watch the whole game. I had to go through and watch certain stuff. and watch a whole bunch of things just to piece everything together so I could see exactly what was happening. Because the first half, he didn't get that many opportunities. He only threw the ball about 6 times in the first half. So that goes on a coaching staff. On top of that goes on him, not with the inability to throw the football on a consistent basis. But yeah, they go with that. That weak ass block in the back after they saw it was an incomplete pass. Yeah, it was all type of bullshit, man. Once had his best performance this season yesterday, and now it is due for a letdown that he's that inconsistent. Yeah, it's possible, but I don't know. But what throws me off is that as bad as Washington is, they favored. That's how much Vegas believes in the Bears. Washington is favored in this game. They favored to beat the Bears. So if the Bears lose this one, I'll probably more irritated because this is a game they definitely should win. The Bears could have beat the New York. They could have won this game. Amazingly, somehow, even though they 2-3, the Bears could have easily been 4-1, which is odd to say, especially with the fact that this team is not that good. But the reality is what their record is. They're 2-3. No matter what woulda, coulda, shoulda, because of the lack of horses that they do have out there, it's the reason why they 2-3 and not 3-2 or not 4-1. The teams that should be 3-2 and 4-1, they have that record because they have the horses to go out there and play. They went out there and they did their goddamn job. That's one thing I can say. They did their goddamn job. Well, YTC Titans defense is horrible. Okay. Well, I don't know what they got to do with the Bears. After what I saw with the same Daniel Jones versus Green Bay, I feel the same way. Seeing him making that throw don't put us in a position to lose and a situation to win. Yeah, yeah. That's supposedly what's supposed to happen with Sam Mustipher. So uh, if that's true, he needs to be fired immediately. Immediately. It shouldn't be no hesitation if that's true. His ass should be gone. And if he does do some shit like that, some tired ass shit like that, you know what a team gonna do? They gonna sign him, hold him for a week, get the information out of him, and then release his ass, and he be blackballed from the NFL. No one will sign a player that you think you're gonna release me? I'll tell information. No one will sign your ass after that. No one. What's going down, David? How you feeling, brother? How you feeling? How you feeling, my dude? Shoot, just talking about the Bears yet again losing. And it is what it is. Okay, Horny the Cashier. What's going on, Tom? Long time no see, bro. What's going down with you? It's always good to see you on here. Always good to see you. But when it come down to it, just back to it, man. I already knew it was gonna be a long season. I already knew it was gonna be a frustrating season. So it's what I expected for them to be up and down this year. But I didn't expect the defense to be this goddamn bad. Another thing, of course, I didn't expect is when they wound up switching from a 3-4 back to a 4-3 defense when they haven't played a 3-4 defense since 2014, maybe? Yeah. Since 2014 is the last time they played in a 4-3 defense. So this team has not been that good, hasn't played that in so goddamn long that I damn near forgot. I was like, God damn, wait a minute. That's the reason why certain players out there that's really suited in a 3-4 scheme is out there trying to play a 4-3 and it's not working for them. Also, Washington is near bottom 12 in run defense, so you should be able to run versus Washington, run the rock versus Washington, and wear out that pass rush that's missing Chase Young. Oh, okay. Yeah, but when it come down to it, They just have to execute. It has to be some form of execution in order for that to happen. Some Bears fans told me on Instagram that I'm biased towards Fields. I told him now, was Justin Fields the reason that we lost? I'm calling it how I see it. Bears fan blaming Fields. Yeah, he did it. He had his best game, but it still was 15 or 22 or 15 or 24 for 208 yards. That's still mediocre, but you still can't blame him for the reason where the game went because they was driving down the field. He put them in position to win. It's just a simple fact that he has to perform better in the first half. All right, Tom. Catch you later, bro. Have a good day as well. And the O line for the commies isn't good either. It showed versus the Eagles, Cowboys, Titans. When you generate a pass rush versus them, you shut them down. But the difference is the Bears don't really have a pass rush. Their pass rush is really not that good. Over the past couple of games, they only got 2 sacks. After starting out at least 2 sacks in the first 3 games, they only got 2 sacks now. So yeah, because I think the first game they had two, or yeah, I think they had two or three against San Francisco. They had three against the Packers. I think they had one or two against the Texans, maybe one against the Texans, and then one against the Giants, and now one this week. So that means the Bears defense really hasn't done nothing since the first couple weeks of the season. They pass rush inconsistent. You know, Robert Quinn, they doubling and tripling Robert Quinn because they know that he the best pass rusher that the Bears got. He had 18 and a half sacks last year. I even heard dumbass people say now, we got old Robert Quinn. I said, old. The man just had 18 and a half sacks last year. You wasn't saying that when he was sacking the shit out of everybody last year. These niggas don't make no sense. Like these people is daft. After I be having that, I be wanting to ask them like, are you daft? Like you goofy motherfuckers. Like I don't get the dumb shit. I don't get the dumb shit that be coming out of people's mouth. One year is the man is youthful and he's looking good. The next year he look old. I'm like, what? The man is getting doubled and triple teamed because they know that Travis Gibson is not going to be a consistent pass rush threat. They know that everybody else is not going to be a consistent pass rush threat. Robert Quinn is more of a speed rusher. He's not a power rusher. He's more just straight speed. It's what he does. He turns the corner. That's what he does. Turns the corner on you, or he try to spin and be as quickly as possible. But it is what it is, man. People don't know what the fuck they talking about out there. But just everyone just remember, as always, just continue to like and subscribe for more content. If you are a new subscriber, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. If you are a returning subscriber, hit that like button and also share the video if possible. And just share the video to as many people as possible on multimedia platforms, whether it's Instagram, whatever that you decide to share it on. If you just want to just keep it on here, that's fine as well. But just make sure to spread the content as much as possible. But I'm gonna have to call it quits because I gotta get ready to take my ass to school. So yeah, man, I have to catch y'all later. Hopefully, I can be on probably a little bit later tonight. Late tonight. If not, I'll probably be on tomorrow morning. If not the morning before that, because the Bears, of course, is taking on the Washington Commanders right after that. So it's a very short week for the Bears on Thursday Night Football this week. Let me see what's popping with the comment. All right, YTC, catch you later, bro. So this is JONETH PIPTNE bringing it back to you with the JONETH PIPTNE podcast. Of course, talking about Chicago Bears on Chicago Bears Recap. The Bears lose yet again for the second straight week. They lose to the Minnesota Vikings 29-22. So I'll catch y'all later. All right, now, peace.
Gon' hit your spine on the other side. It come out your lip. You heard what I said. I ain't even off a jigger. This shit get different.